Most people are familiar with the iconic red wagon that's been around for over 100 years, but not many people know that Radio Flyer has now started moving in to the e-bike space. The Flex is what we have here today, but on top of the 100 years of experience, they've also created the coolest accessories we've ever seen for an e-bike. So we're gonna be unboxing a whole ton of accessories and pimping out this ride. So this battery charger is a 54.6 volt, 2 amp output. This is a 48 volt, 9.8 amp hour battery, so it should take you just under 5 hours to charge from empty to full. We've got it all set up. We're going to do a quick walkthrough of the Flyer Flex without the accessories. Starting with the cockpit, you have these wing grips that don't twist on you, they lock into place. Thumb throttle on the left side, Tektro hydraulic brake levers. On the right side, you have a bell, 7-speed Shimano shifter, LED display which pairs with an app. They have a little metal plate for your front accessories. I think this is sweet. This is the first time I've ever seen this. Normally you just see the rivets that are exposed, but they've made it look cleaner with this metal plate. Front facing light with adjustable angle, plastic fender, 24 by 2.4 inch front tire with 180 millimeter brake disc and 2-piston Tektro hydraulic brakes. And this is also a Kenda puncture resistant tire. Moving to the center, we have a torque sensor which also acts as a cadence sensor through the app, and we'll show you exactly what I mean by that. 56 teeth chain ring. Battery is removable in the rear. It's UL certified. Comes with a nice handle, and this is a 48 volt 9.8 amp hour battery, so in total it's 458 watt hours. This also has high quality Samsung 50E battery cells. There's also a battery meter on the top, and one cool feature about the battery mount is you can stick an Apple AirTag in there and lock it up. Plastic pedals, stand-up kickstand. You have a rear rack with 80-pound weight capacity, a plastic fender, and then right underneath that is a smaller tire. It's a 20 by 2.4 inch Kenda puncture-resistant tire. You have a plastic guard in the rear that protects anything from getting sucked into the chain, a 500 watt motor with a top speed of 20 miles per hour, 180 millimeter brake disc with 2-piston Tektro hydraulic brakes. In the rear, you have a brake light and turn signals. You have a 14 by 28 teeth Shimano freewheel with Shimano tourney derailleur. Overall, it's a pretty sweet looking bike. We're gonna go ahead and get this freshly charged, get the accessories put onto the bike, take it for a spin, tell you what we love about it, what can be improved, and who should buy the Flyer Flex. Welcome back. I have my wife on the Flyer Flex, my son in the back. Isn't he so cute? Hey, Dashy, Dashy, Dash. Maybe I'm just a little bit biased, but one thing my wife has already said about this bike is it's by far the best cargo e-bike that she's ever ridden, which is pretty impressive for her because she's ridden over 10 cargo e-bikes.
I just love that it's really sturdy. I feel really balanced on it. It's a pretty windy day, and I'm not feeling the swaying back and forth. Also, just peace of mind knowing that my son is safe. Those bars that wrap all the way around him, I mean, that's just huge for me, knowing that he's safe. So if something were to happen, it's not gonna hit him, it's gonna hit the bars.
I agree. These are by far the best accessories that I've ever seen on a cargo e-bike. Let me show you the coolest e-bike accessory that I've ever seen. This thing converts from a 2-baby stroller to a bike trailer in seconds. So really easy to make it a bike trailer. Slide out the trailer hitch, pop a couple pins in place, and then you pop off these front tires at a quick release. So the trailer hitch goes on really easy. Wrap the safety harness around. Snap it into place. The 2 tires you can stick inside the trailer, or you can stick them in the back. If you don't want to get things dirty, just stick the wheels back in here. But you can also stick groceries in here. It has a rain guard as well, so I can put a rain guard if it's going to rain, cover them up. But we're gonna go ahead and ride to the store and show you what this accessory is all about. So you're all buckled in, lounging now? How's it going? Protected from the bugs, huh? So how does it feel with the trailer in the rear?
It feels really smooth. Can't even tell it's there.
Sounds really nice though. Ultra stable. It doesn't sound like it's making any weird noises at all. Very surprised that my wife thinks that she can't even feel it being pulled in the rear. The magic is how quickly you can get this off of the bike and right into the store. So let me just show you how that looks. All I need to do is disconnect it from the trailer hitch. Pull off this pin. It slides right out. Grab the rear tires. Just unhook these pins. And now you're ready to go shopping. Hey Dash, should we get a Stanley Cup for your mom? I think she might like one. One really cool thing about it is the tires clade effortlessly. It's really nimble. By far the best e-bike accessory that's got dual purposes. So I'm gonna hook this up real quickly. We're gonna take off to our next stop and talk about what we love about the Flyer Flex. So while my son swings on the swing set, I'm going to talk about what I love about the Flyer Flex. The Flyer Flex is by far one of the best cargo e-bikes that we've ever seen. Number one thing for me is the really cool accessories that they offer for this bike. The most innovative e-bike accessories that I've ever seen. Really cool design, well thought out, not just some afterthought after they designed the bike. They kind of built them all together. The fact that I can use this trailer hitch for so many different purposes. I can use it as a stroller. I can use it as a bike trailer. I can pull out the rain cover and ride it in the rain. There's so many good uses for the Flyer Duo trailer and stroller. The other thing about the accessories are the fact that you can stick a Thule Yep seat inside of this cage, so your kids have something to hold on to, and if you do happen to fall, there's something protecting them. I can easily remove the Thule Yep seat and put on this cushion as he ages and grows. This bike will be able to grow with you as your family grows as well. It comes with Tetra hydraulic brakes, which I find are the best budget hydraulic brakes that you can get for an e-bike. It's a super smooth acceleration because it has a torque sensor. But one really cool feature is from the app, you can change that from a torque sensor to a cadence sensor if you want a little extra power boost. The difference is a torque sensor is going to feel a lot more natural, safer in my opinion, especially for a cargo e-bike. But if you really want to go balls to the walls and go as fast as you can, by switching it over to cadence sensor, it'll take a lot less effort to get up to a top speed. The battery itself has some really cool features about it. It has a nice easy carrying handle, and on top of that you have a spot for the Apple AirTag that is behind the battery compartment. So if your bike ever gets stolen, it's hard for them to get that AirTag out of there because they need the key to remove the battery. Great location for that for extra security. One thing I really love about the accessories is their bolt pattern is perfect. So what I've ran into the past is a lot of times when I go to bolt on some accessories, they don't fit correctly, they have some big holes. These are fit snugly. You have these other spots to put other types of accessories. Very clean job, they cover them up, and every single accessory that I've put on this bike so far has fit like a glove, rather than me having to kind of finagle things. Some other e-bike accessories I have to drill extra holes just to make them fit, so I do love that this fit and finish is really well done. Tire profile is pretty nice, it's puncture resistant tires. And let's talk about the ride quality. My wife doesn't really love riding e-bikes sometimes, especially with my son in the back. So a lot of times she's worried about the stability, so if she feels unsafe, it's not a very fun ride for the whole family. With the Flyer Flex, she has said that this is by far the best cargo e-bike that she's ever tested and reviewed for stability. The brakes on the bike don't squeak. That always really gets her, because sometimes when the bikes are delivered and the brakes are squeaky, she's worried that there's something wrong with the brakes. Most of the time that's not an issue at all, but just psychologically she hears that brake squeaking and she just does not love riding the bike with my son in the back. The paint job on this bike is stellar. One issue I did run into was this guard was bent a little bit. I reached out to Radio Flyer and immediately they sent me a part and the tool to fix it with good instructions. So kudos to them for offering great customer service. Radio Flyer has been around for over 100 years. They make really quality products that my son has really enjoyed. They have a really cool push cart, balance bikes, the iconic red wagon, and now they have the Flyer Flex, which is a really sweet bike. We've been loving it, but it's not perfect. And at our next stop, we're going to talk about what can be improved on the Flyer Flex. So let's go ahead and start with what I don't like about this bike. And the number one thing for me is the price point. Most of the other cargo e-bikes with the same specs, torque sensor, class 2 e-bike, smaller battery, they cost about $1,400 to $1,700. So the fact that this is about $2,100 to $2,300 depending on the battery size, it's a little bit overpriced. Although the price is the number one issue for me, the fact that my wife loves this bike, feels safe and secure, there's not really a price that you can put on that. So I'm just happy that she likes riding this bike with me as I ride an electric unicycle. The other thing is I wish this thing had front suspension, especially again for the price point. I would have liked for them to at least have front suspension or at least provide a C-post suspension, especially for the price point. Other thing I'm not a huge fan of is a Shimano tourney derailleur. If this bike was $600 cheaper, I'd have no issues with it. But the fact that this is $2,000 plus and it has a Shimano tourney derailleur, big bummer, because it's the lowest quality derailleur that you can buy. It is a dependable derailleur that you can buy for an e-bike. but I wish they would have put at least an Altus or a Sarah one on here. Another issue I have is the pretty small motor and it being a class 2 e-bike. Most of the other budget cargo e-bikes that are designed for the US market have about a 750 watt motor. So this only has a 500 watt motor, only goes up to 20 miles per hour. Some people that's not going to be an issue at all, but for me, I wish that if I didn't have any cargo on the rear, didn't have my son in the back, that I could go up to 28 miles per hour if I just wanted to go for a joyride. Plastic fenders, some people love them. I'm not a huge fan of them. I just like the way metal fenders look compared to plastic fenders. This video isn't sponsored. However, there's 2 ways you can help support the channel. If you're interested in picking up the Flyer Flex, please consider using our affiliate link down below. It's at no extra cost to you. The second way is by using me as a loan officer. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, picking up a larger home, or looking to pick up an investment property, I'd love to help. I can lend in all 50 states. Thanks for the support. So who's the Flyer Flex for? It's for someone who's willing to spend a little bit extra money for the most stable cargo e-bike that we've tested on the channel, has the best accessories that we've ever seen for a cargo e-bike, and supporting a company that's been around for over 100 years and has excellent customer service. Check out our full rent review at freshlycharged.com, and when you ride, make sure you wear your safety gear.